You said quick.
Not fun. I didn't specify how quick. I guess that's on me.
Wah, wah. Anyways, I guess I'll go for it. Last time, we started off everyone at peak efficiency, their health not at all down. Jethris Regulus taking all the hits in the prior fight to that. No, it was completely the opposite. Vala Goel, Judas were absolutely fucked by uh, everything prior to our session starting. But as it started, we quickly continued our fight with the Balor as a second dragon appeared to aid us, which was, you know, surprising. And we continued to push back the hordes of demons and throw almost everything we had at this Balor. Um, Despite all odds, and despite a couple cries from Judas saying, "Run! I'll hold them. I'll hold the line," stuff like that. Um, we managed to bring down the Balor with explosive efficiency, um, and that closed the portal that was continuously spewing out demons onto the field. Thankfully, it seems that the Balor's presence was what was keeping the portal open, as opposed to just an endless, unclosable portal to the abyss, which is what would be how can you say, suboptimal. We continued our battle and wiped out the rest of the fiends or the demons, and uh, took stock of what we had dealt with, what we had come to, and well, a lot of the local Red Knight population had to had fell to the local thing. I didn't hear you say anything, Judas. You might have been muted when you.
I was talking to the wife, and then you started. I was like, ah, it's all good. Go for it.
Oh, okay. um. As we sort of picked ourselves up off the floor and managed to sort of start making our way out, carrying the body of the commander, we heard the not celebration as much as it was cries of reprieve, and I guess it was celebration in its own way, but it was
There's bittersweet celebrations of
bittersweet.
sorrow.
Yeah.
Yes, celebrations of sorrow, with jubilation mixed with crying and sadness.
Less of, hey, we beat a battle, or more of, oh my god, we survived. Um, and we pulled ourselves out and went to speak with the Red Knights, and we uh, helped them the best we could collect anybody, bring them back out into the city proper to either be treated or be given uh, final rites, or as best as we could. Some bodies unrecoverable due to the heat and the lava, some unrecognizable, many torn apart by all the various creatures that were in here, and no doubt uh, it was only the forces that could be mustered within an amount of time to stop this. It wasn't as though the Red Knights had an army or a sizable detachment to fight off this beast and its horde. But we made our way outside and did our best to triage who we could, mixture of Vala. God, too many names. I have 3 of those that I know of in my list of characters. Vala, Jethris, and Regulus, and I think to a degree, Goel and Judas were also doing their best to aid, where they weren't, just lying face down on the floor, groaning, which is, probably where a lot of people wanted to be after such a deadly fight. We aided where we could, managed to rest up and sort of realize what we had done, and then we were visited by the, I guess, new acting commander of the Red Knights in this area. Visited by Captain, forget the name already. It was on the screen a second ago. Either way, unless it's over to this other side, or maybe it doesn't. Who requested to see or speak with the one who dealt the final blow to the Baelor, which happened to be Regulus, who was just sort of in range at the time, and they basically were going to bestow a gift or bestow an item that was very important to the Red Knight commander who fell in battle, and wanted the one who took down the Baelor to have it. They sort of didn't really. They weren't too much interested in the fact that it was they were giving this massive warhammer to a weedy sorcerer, but they weren't really on that. They were more on the respect of it all, and the I guess just to ease people and ease their own hearts, I guess, help them in what was going on. And we sort of had that meeting, but and all the while, Jethris and after that, I suppose before that, I'm not sure which way, Regulus and Jethris played a sort of sorrowful tune that wasn't in celebration, but it was in respect to those who had fell, and sort of encouraged the people around to let go of what had happened and try to be able to move on, even though it was such a horrible event that we had scraped by. But either way, the group was, ready and sort of resting, while I believe Judas and Goel or Judas wanted to go have a conversation with the other force that had aided the saving of this area, or aided in the pushback against the demon hordes, which was this very scarred woman, seemingly at the lead of all of the draconic forces in the area, which we had seen prior some dragon folk and corruption based on that, so perhaps they could be connected to that whole thing, considering we did run into some Dragonborn of Tiamat, or Dragonborn of the Dragon Queen, I think, back in that laboratory, Nightmare Fuel. But I believe we ended as that conversation was about to start.
And indeed, this is exactly where we currently find ourselves, right after this whole incident. Small tweak on the information. This is actually very accurate as you described, though instead of the what appeared to be the leader of the Red Knights, it was actually one of the priestess of Lady Firehair that approached the group and rewarded them for their job, for what they had done already. Nonetheless, a handful of individuals will move towards the woman up into the distance that is being not congratulated, more so thanked by many soldiers that seem to have wounds, and she as well replies in kind. A handful of the Red Guard drakes stand by her side, both very much wounded. Feel free, Jothros, if you want to tag along as you see Judas and Goel move towards the woman into the distance.
I do.
Judith will
Go
take
for it.
point. As you arise, you're looking at the woman, and it seems to be some little drakes nearby. He would wait for her, if she's in a conversation, wait for pause of a few seconds and wait for her to acknowledge him before addressing her. Is she busy?
You will definitely might wait like a second or two in between the crowd, but there is a lot of people that are pledging their thanks. And of course, Goel firsthand, so if you're casting powerful magic, that means that it is a potent individual and has been able to help quite the many people around there.
Judas will put his hand up and says, "Hail there! Are you with those? Were you with the one that's with those dragons by any chance?"
The woman turns towards the lot of you, sees Judas. Her eyes shift and looks towards Jethros. Her eyes then shift and looks towards Goel, who is right behind, trying to identify who those people are right away, and throws a quick nod towards Goel, acknowledging their gaze meeting in the battlefield. She will turn towards Judas right after speaking. That would not have been me.
Oh, I assumed as much, but considering your close association, I'm guessing you know those two?
She looks toward you and raises her shoulders a little bit. There are rumors about a couple of copper dragons that are lurking somewhere around these lands, though the precise nature of their lair eludes me as well.
Oh, so if you just kind of looks, scrunches a bit and says, "Oh, if you're involved with them, thank you. If not, if you ever meet them again, thank you again." How did you find yourself in this little edge of the woods? I mean, I know we're here for. I know fire. The Knights of the Lady Firehair's Knights and Paladins, and the Order was here for. But if I may, if Kwas was, what were you doing here? Appreciate it. Do not get me wrong. I'm just curious regards to what brings you about around this neck of the woods.
I'm pretty sure I could ask you about the same, she says, and doesn't pause as continues on, but the truth of it is, I was in this place by happenstance. Heard there's news. And the threats of the Abyss are a threat that doesn't care and distinguish if you're a member of the military as he turns and looks towards the soldiers, or if you're a devoted individual. Fiends from the chaotic plains will ravage on their way everything, not caring much to what they ally themselves with.
This is true.
I heard the news and shot to aid.
I hate to go ask this, unfortunately, but he kind of pulls out the bow from his back. Uh, this doesn't look familiar, does it? And in a reaction, I would want to do an insight check.
Go for it.
Everybody, you see me pull out that bow that we just got from Mr.
Yeah.
who's trying to kill us.
Jethris will say,
So,
it's a pretty nice bow we found. It looks pretty good. Trying to give bardic inspiration to that insight.
Might as well. Go for it.
Maybe you've seen it
Right here.
before.
I'd not run be the truth, my teacher. I see you with my vampire eyes.
As the woman looks towards the bow and seems surprised. You can definitely get the hint of surprise. This is obviously not the first time that she's seen this bow. As you showcase that red scale, this looks, and she kind of turns to the guard drakes around here. Familiar. Where did you acquire such a unique crafting?
It's an unfortunate story. A long time ago, apparently, the owner of this bow decided to experiment on people. There's very weird circumstances. Unfortunately, some of the people he experimented on was friends of ours, and you know how it goes. And so we ended up with this bow here. He wasn't a friend of yours by any chance. If he was, I would return this bow to you, of course, which, for due compensation.
You can certainly keep the bow, she will say, looking at this. And where did this all occur?
Just around the corner. So you do understand our little bit of shock when we saw copper dragons and those lovely little guard dogs next to you as well, and old drakes next to you, and that's curiosity. Is hopefully this is not taking place in other places, but once again, I'm not the keeper of this country or these lands. But I must say the guy didn't make a bad name for you guys if he was involved, or for whoever party he's involved with. Yalifi?
She thinks for a moment as she hears all this. Her eyes fall onto the side, turn to the orc next to you as she looks, then back towards you, Judas, and as she will say, now I have the same question to wonder for, and she points towards Goel. This, you came asking me of those dragons, I might as well do the same. Curiosity, that is.
Oh, yes,
And
ask away.
she points towards Goel. You there, the one that valorously fought those demons. That weapon of yours has an awful lot metallic gleam, copperish, as this weapon is, and draconic. It cannot be happenstance that two copper dragons appeared when, and she just poses there.
Oh, Goyle, did you summon those? They were really helpful.
I did not summon anything.
Oh,
This is the weapon your father gave me. Maybe he did summon them.
oh.
Wouldn't it be funny if Jeffress's family's all dragons and Jeffress is actually a dragon, but he doesn't know it? It's funny, isn't it? What do you think, Carl?
It would be funny, but it would not be true.
Yeah, I think I'd like know it by now. You know, I think if I'd like burp or something, or like, you know, I just have like a bad night on the town, I'd end up like throwing some flame up on some houses, and I haven't done that yet. Or maybe I'm like an acid Sorry, yep, what?
Where's your home, lad? I don't believe we've met. Extends a hand out. Name's Mateh.
Shakes hand. Name's Jethris. I hail from Lastmere.
Well, it's not far from there.
Nope.
Not too close, that is.
And so, considering all things, and that is unfortunately my friend here. Yes, so let's change from the pleasantries to the more blunt situation. I do believe you are part of an association and are doing something or other, and have in fact probably some kind of plans for the future and all that. That is all good. There are many such organizations in the world, and everybody should be fine to continue on with their lives. However, I just wish to know that, please, and if you're able to tell me, please tell me that individual that we are talking about, and I would say the guy's name, though I forgot about it.
Isaac is the name.
I would hope that Isaac was an outlier in regards to your association. Because, and also that your association isn't involved with, say, things like mutations of human beings and such. Right? Inside check.
Go for it, Judas, once I know. You can notice as you say, so she kind of just puts her hand onto the burned flesh of the side of her head that seems to have wilted and withered, but this is not a burn mark that she just acquired in here. Her face seems to have been scarred in such a way as she instinctively puts her hand in there, revealing potential some connection to that, but not the entire truth as well to it. As Mateja will speak, I am not entirely aware of these persons. Isaac's fellow, you said, doings. It sounds to me that it is good that you were there and that you were able to stop it.
Is that the truth? Does she actually think it's good that we did it, or is that is she lying about the good part?
The insight is mainly in regards to her reaction. I gave you the response to that. In regards to the sentiment that she uttered right after, you cannot entirely tell if she truly believes it, not also if she does not. It feels like an easy and convenient out either way, that is.
Well, you know, obviously you're like not with this dude that we met before, so I'd hate to waste your time. I see you gotta feed like your little puppies here. I was actually just wondering because we came by and there was someone shopping here for some monster parts, and we've gathered some, and we were wondering if you had any interest in trade.
All right, and what are we talking about? Just to be clear on this, I don't think I am entirely following.
Yeah, just giving you some options. I mean, we got some like giant's toenails and stuff. We got like some what's let me look at the list. We got some troll blood, troll heart, and Jethris is gonna look up at her eyes and say, "We have some Hydra blood," and try and see if she has any recognition.
Go for it.
Okay. 13.
At the very top of that, you will not see an instant reaction in regards to that. Nothing that suggests that she might be interested or might not in regards to this. And as she will just put her hand into one of her red drakes and rub its back of the neck, she will speak. There's all sound like very intriguing, and a very intriguing assemblage of regions. But I think you would need an alchemist to do anything with those. And I would ask you to be careful.
Well, I'm not doing shit with them because I don't know alchemy. I was just looking for a place to sell them, that's all. But if that's it, if you don't have anything to help, I think I'm gonna head back, guys, and keep playing for, all the fallen. Does a little salute.
There is what appears to be a celebration on the rise right now. She kind of just turns and looks. Some of the soldiers in here will be gathering at the inn, the local tavern, later on. Perhaps it's best that we talk there. If you want for more, I have to seek and find for any other of my people are still there, still missing.
Yeah, sure. I mean, makes sense. Once you lose your people, okay. Jethris is gonna look at her and say, but if anything at all comes up about some weird dragon shit, you look like you're the expert in it, and we just like to know if anything ever comes up or anything. Just tug on our ear, whisper a bit. It doesn't matter to us. And Jethris would like to subtly cast suggestion on her.
You didn't use your magic in order to influence her, and in doing so.
It's a third level cast, but I can't. Woof. But she doesn't know I tried to cast it, so that's fine.
So that is, I understand. That is correct. For the moment, she phases a little bit in and out of the procession as if she had some sort of a headache. I apologize. My head is killing me, and
No,
I did thoroughly enjoy this conversation, however. And you are right, and she'll turn towards Jethris. If there is something draconic related, we should keep in touch, that is. Are you staying around here?
Well, shit, guys. Do you think we're gonna stick around in Kelfell for like a day? I mean, we ain't, oh shit, we still got the thing with your dad, right? Judas?
That's not going to take any time long, so all good. I mean, generally speaking, we still need to probably stay a day or two just to recap.
No. It'd probably be good to regroup with Nate and Shatrix too. I don't know where they went off to. I think they're still helping people out. Mataja. How do you pronounce it? Okay. Well, He's not gonna say it again. Yeah. Thank you for your time. Your headache's probably because of us dickheads just, pestering you after such a long battle. We'll see you in town, if you're still there. Hope to have a drink.
Guess I'll see you later on then.
Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen.
Also, yes. Yes. All the best. By the way, very nice spear. Very much like it. Cheers.
She does not have a spear on her, Judas.
We had the spear then.
Not she, however, apparently.
I tried to interrogate Kaz before. I was like, does they have hits here? No, does not have hits here.
Ah, okay. Sorry, I thought it was just like it's just like Sarah. Ta.
And so we'll kind of just retreat with her Redguard directs a little bit to the distance and kind of just move and blend in with the rest.
And then we never saw her again. Until Kaz decides to bring her in
for this
Thursday.
campaign at least, until we meet her again. Who knows?
Oh, I'm sure he'll find a way to shoehorn her into Thursday for me.
Wait, hold on. Did you guys fight this one when I was away in Monday group?
Well,
Yes.
weren't you? Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I wasn't there when you lost hits here.
Nope. Yep. Nope. That was her. She was one of the people that helped steal it, basically.
Yeah, I broke my arm.
Shit.
And then she also got away from my Tuesday character.
Elusive, as they are.
Greatest crossover event since Endgame.
So I did expect her to die in the Monday game. It didn't, but that's another story. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, the woman blends in with the crowd and moves a little bit to the side as she's definitely already given you some interesting vibes, I'll say. Not entirely malignant, but enough to cause for concern as per Judas' very potent insights.
Well, definitely involved, definitely part of the organization that was creating dragon creatures. Possibly also involved, say, in those mutation of those creatures back in that city. Ain't this good times for us?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of hoping like she's less like involved with them and more like because if she was like with the brass dragons, that would seem like it would be like she's policing over them.
No, I don't. It might be an actual case where the brass dragons were uninvolved regards to the situation. However, she's definitely involved with Isaac.
The ones that usually, I don't know, police
Whatever, guys.
dragons are probably not to do with the silver or the platinum dragon. That's more of the other one's domain, if I recall.
Yeah.
She didn't seem like a servant of the platinum dragon, especially with red drakes at her side.
Indeed. And coppers are known to be a little bit more lawful, although greedy sort, but still. She was more interested in their connection with you, Goel, than it actually is regards to. That was at least honest, it seems.
She was mostly interested in his weapon, which was the one he got with about the dragon.
Yes, and that's, I think, just that weapon is the connection to the Copper Dragons by chance, and her connection is something separate. I'm more concerned the fact that you told her where you lived, Jeffers.
When I mentioned that this weapon came from your father, she was interested to where your father is or your family is. I would be concerned about that question. Why does she need to know where this weapon came from?
And if she was working with Isaac, then she just has further concrete evidence of where she needs to go.
And who to kill.
But I'm sure it's fine. I mean, she did sort of just do good for the land, if a little selfish. But I guess even the evil folks don't want true evil getting a hold in the land. But either way, we're not exactly in a shape to go deal with that. Nor can we. I don't know if we really can either go back to Lasmere and wait to see if there's anything that comes about that. I mean, she also could just not care. It just might be something she knows about now.
To be honest, we probably should take care of it.
Well, I don't think we have it in us right now, as I said. And if she gets too far away, we're not going to be able to track her until she either rears her head or otherwise.
I mean, Goel can track anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
I could take her out.
Problem is that I don't know what. I mean, if they're moving normally, sure. But if they have ways of teleportation, then that tracking goes cold pretty quick. Need scrying. I think Val is the only one that can do that. And I don't think Vala was privy to this conversation, other than seeing her on a sort of a sidebar, sort of during the fight, maybe.
If we kill her, she won't be able to travel. Or
Right,
teleport.
but she also had evidently a bunch of assistants. It wasn't just those guard rakes. She had some bigger humanoid dragon things. If any of those are still kicking around, then they could probably still be quite well situated. I have no magic left. A bit. Most of us are tapped on stamina and ability.
Yeah, I mean, I just used my last, bit of arcane energy, doing nothing at all.
Well, we can. Did we see where she walked off, or did she just sort of blend in with the crowd again?
Somewhere within the crowd, she might be. You don't spot her directly, but there's a lot of people around the area. A big number of them.
Right.
Besides, before we, make any crazy ass decisions, don't we have 2 chuckleheads to catch up with?
Which chuckleheads?
Wow, that is a good point. don't know if you realized it, but we do have this. They are not here. You know who?
What?
Satrix.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel,
go.
you probably should probably go and find out what they're doing.
As the group starts moving towards Atrix and Nathaniel, I'll shift for a quick moment back to Valan. As the priestess of Lady Firehair sought to meet with you in private. Just to keep an eye, Vala, you're here, right?
Yes.
Yep. As the priestess will usher you and move a little bit to the side, the Heart Warder of Highhall told me of your assistance, of, well, your involvement in this. Your plead and call for aid has been crucial. Now that I've seen what I've seen in here, if it weren't for you speaking to her and for your shared history to know that you're a person of trust, I would always advise against people outside of the church when they come for such an extravagant plea of aid. It usually is to divert the attention to church, and that was not the case today. Not what I've seen. And she gave me this. She could not attend herself, but she ushered and called to aid for everyone that was within reach to get here. She grabs a box of jewelry and opens it. In front of you, Vala, you will see what appears to be a small necklace of prayer beads.
Woo! I'm calm. I'm calm.
Okay. I'm down there. As,
right.
Anna's going deja vu.
Okay. So, yeah, please do.
as she continues in this, saying, she asked me to give them to you as some sort of gift for your aid in this.
That is a most prestigious gift. That for which I have no words. I only did what I would like anyone to have done were this place my sisterhood, the priesthood I grew up in. I have no words. And she will well, I imagine Vala would recognize the potential of this gift.
Yeah, definitely. I'll ask you in a bit to roll me. You already rolled 3, so that means you have 5 beads, as I was taking a little bit of time to just exclude one in that image. As she will continue and speak towards you. She also told me to inform you, I am not entirely certain in regards to the details, but the man that you sought last time that was seen in the lands of Midland from certain reports came around the garrison in Blackrift. But that has been time before there. I'm not sure if this is new information or not, but this is what she was able to tell you of.
Well, the evil of this man definitely leaves traces that are not easily erased. It is useful information, and I'm more than thankful for that.
he turns and nods towards you, and he will bid you farewell. Take care, Sister Salamon. I hope you find what you seek in this journey, and your service today has been very much appreciated, and we've been thankful for it. I have to turn to my people now.
Of course, if there is ever a time when I can aid the Church of Lady Firehair or any of the cities it protects, I will do my best, and I will be honored to be contacted.
And the priestess will step away. Now, Vala, is the time for you to roll me the 5d20s. If you want to do them one by one or all together, that is your.
All right. Can I? May I make a small request? I'd like to roll 4 of those, and I'd like Regulus to roll the last one. Is that okay?
No.
I am okay with that.
All right. So I will be rolling. Just so it takes a little shorter. I don't want to take too long. I'll roll them all together. My 4. So that's a 20, a 4, an 18, and a 6. Okay. Not the the standard deviation works. I know. And Reggie, I'd like you, if you're okay with that, to roll the last one for me.
I will roll, I suppose.
Go for it.
Shit. Can I don't know what's at 6. I don't know if you've gotten the low number spread.
It was in GM layer. Wait, I'll write the numbers I got.
So you got a 20, a 4, an 18, and a 6.
Can
I'll
there be
reroll.
duplicates?
Yeah, there can be duplicates.
Yeah, there can be.
I'll spend my insta reroll your bead to see if you can get a cooler.
Oh,
You
Potentially.
could do it Regulus. Go for it.
Hey!
okay. Apparently, there's only 4 numbers in the D20.
That's a good dupe. if
Oh
anything.
yes.
As I think I have them all ready by now, as if you go into the handout, you will see the full-on description of them. 2 of them are of Browning Smite, 2 of them are of Bless, and 1 of them is of Windwalk.
Okay.
Wow, is that not exactly what Aloe got?
Yeah. I told
Wait,
you.
what?
I told you.
Did you get a bless?
Yeah,
Two
Yes.
Bless,
Bless.
2 Browning Smite, and 1 Windwalk.
The
Yeah.
fuck?
I think that's exactly what he got, isn't it?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
exactly what I.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Because you
Wow.
sacrificed 1 bless, and you still have the branding smites, and then windwalk.
Well, gotta admit the branding smites are probably somewhat wasted on Vala, but the blesses and the windwalk, oh boy! Yay!
Pretty good.
Oh yeah. I mean the item by itself, it could be, much less impactful spells and I'd still be very happy. I love this item.
You would have gotten 3 blesses if I didn't switch.
Yes, which is getting redundant after a bit, because you cannot upcast them. That's the problem with this.
Yeah.
Bonus action cast.
Yeah, they are bonus action now.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, technically, it's almost a good thing you didn't get 19 because that, with your god, it might cost money.
Now to save it to the end of the campaign and never use it.
Oh, windwalk is going to be used a lot. I
You
imagine.
note,
It's,
you note, Vala, you could possibly use Branding Smite because it just states weapon, it doesn't state melee weapon.
It does state what?
Next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, your weapon. Yeah, it's the Branding Smite is just. Yeah, you could just attack it with a normal weapon. You don't have to necessarily be a melee weapon. Does it
I
Oh,
start?
until the next
So it's
dawn?
not like an innate spell.
Yep.
I did not
I'm
read
thinking
that.
now.
Yeah, there.
You just get these
I've
spells.
seen the powerful nature of those beads allowing quite the fast reads on the group.
Sheesh.
Mm.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it's that's why it's one of my favorite items in all of 5th edition. Well, in all of D&D, since I don't know many items from other editions. Ooh, I'm so happy.
Congrats.
After that, Vala
Congrats.
will look for the others, realizing that they've all been gone for a little bit too long, and Regulus is generally a safe case, but she gets a little worried when both Jethros and Judas are missing for too long.
Yeah, it's a Biz Cleric Paladin item next to Holy Sword. It's basically, if you want to build a Paladin with a warrior cleric, that's like. The beats make a return. I knew it.
Are we gonna go find Shatrix and Nathaniel and make sure they're still breathing?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least just so that they can have.
With the
their,
group moving towards
outro.
them, Satrix and Nathaniel are both helping the wounded, but as you move toward there, they'll take a quick pause and turn towards you. Nathaniel will speak with his always great job, you guys. You've managed to slay that mighty demon.
Yep. I mean, Reg got the final shot, but we whittled it down for him.
We tried to provide an opening and hinder some of the forces as much as we could, but a lot of people were not able to fend for themselves. Satrix jumps in and says, a lot of people lost their lives today. But as he looks up to the sky, the sun is still shining, and this world will keep moving. We will never forget the sacrifice, and we will always remember it. But this has been a success, a triumph. Seeing all of those people come to aid, not all of them are skilled warriors, speaks volumes of their character.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have to come here and fight a gigantic demonic being from another plane, but they did. That's very noble of them.
Nathaniel will turn right up. Satrix, should we... Satrix just nods and Nathaniel will say, I believe that we'll stay today here in Carthage, celebrate with people. Hope with you as well for one last time. But I understand that Satrix is getting nervous. What's going on with her brother? Though we may, and they gotta just turn and look towards Reyes, though we may not like what happened to Melanie, we have to put our trust in people like them. The timekeeper sounded like a person that knows what they're doing. I know that you are not looking to hear this, Regulus. We wouldn't go against their wishes. Our religious orders tell us our heed of our action. We will be moving to Alora to look for Shadrick's brother after today. But I think you have more important things to do. Tatrix quickly chimes in and speaks towards Regulus. I am going to prepare your amulet. I have not forgotten about that, talking about the amulet of health. Once we are done with Alora, or even a little bit prior, we will move to Fry Temple. Nathaniel speaks quickly. Oh gosh, this place must be in horrid condition now. After all the work that you've done, and he looks towards Judas, we'll take quick care of the area in there, and then move to Alora. Satrix continues. Feel free, Regulus, to send me any coin for me to work on your amulet of health. Assume continuing your adventuring, you will know well enough that you might come by another horde or so. A dragon's horde, Nathaniel will say, and both kind of chuckle as they reminisce on the time of slaying of the green dragon.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? I mean, I can, I can send you messages, just in case, like, a couple days, just to make sure you're doing all right and you made it to where you're going. We want,
That would be all right, Jethros. I'll try to prepare this magic as well to keep in communication when there is something of need.
Great. So is that what you're doing? I mean, like, do you have any clues about your brother?
Well, not really, Satrix will say, but he said that he's in Alora, and he doesn't seem to be suspecting danger, but from what we've seen, we know that there is something afoot. We'll have to take care of this.
Hmm.
We wish you well on your journey.
But we're not leaving right away. Hopefully we'll see one another into the celebrations in the local tavern today. And she then looks towards the lot of you and remembers how the day started today. But given the last time that you had a night out, I would suggest that we say our goodbyes for now. At least this way, you will for sure remember them, Satrix chuckles as he remembers your drunken haze from yesterday.
Well, we're sure gonna miss you. I mean, definitely we're gonna, miss Nate's whole moonlight shit. But we're gonna miss y'all. It's, you guys are great lights in the dark.
Just remember to walk in the twilight, Jethros, and Nathaniel will speak, and you will always have the aid of her.
Sure.
Well, and he will look towards Cedrix. Oh, that is true. Jethros, would you mind carrying out some items from the jug? I think we have all our gold and coin in there.
Yeah, do you need any funds? Sure.
And she kind of chuckles. We're hoping to start a family soon right after this and trying to buy some property. Nathaniel's old house in Fry Temple and our home in Kesab were both seized. One seized, the other one kind of a mess. Not a place for a newlywed couple. They both chuckle as he says that. If it would be okay if we could take a bigger share, Satrix will say. Nathaniel adds that, of course, we would compensate, and Shatrix grabs the staff and the solar staff and places it up front. I hope this can work for some coin, if needed be. And if you do not intend to use it, I'm sure you can get it sold. And she kind of just turns and looks towards Vala, who suggested earlier on that, or in the previous sessions, that she might have an out for those to shell items and whatnot.
Yeah, sure. I mean, geez, already a family. Wow. Yeah, I mean, out of character, I don't know how much to give them.
Who are you starting a family with?
They both laugh and downplay Goel's comment as a parent will say, I'm sure you will figure it out, Goel.
Well, I wish you all the best.
Goel walks away.
Alright, see you, go.
Classy. Walks into the forest, never see him again.
As a quick pause, I'll take a quick pause and go a little bit of character just to keep an eye on. Is there any item from Cedrix and Nathaniel other than the solar stuff? The solar stuff they leave behind. Obviously, they will be keeping the main items such as the amulet, the yellow god that Cedrix has, Solstice, and the shield, as Nathaniel also keeps his crescent amulet and the Black Kerain's legacy. But is there any other item that they have that you'd like to keep?
Looks hungrily at the hag ring.
I'm pretty sure that you're gonna have that.
Wait, at the what?
The ring
The
of
Dust
it's
Spell's
a
ring of spell storing.
Oh,
We got it
it's a
from
very
the-
lizard folk aesthetic.
Nice bones.
yeah, that's fair.
Also really good for a bard because of all the enchantment and divination spells.
So what you guys say? Like 1,460 platinum good enough for them?
Wow, we are exactly on the same page. I just messaged you exactly this.
I mean, yeah,
Mind reader.
that's definitely. I mean, it doesn't kind of scratch the surface, but I'm sure we can. I'm sure that'll be more than enough for them to get a nice place to stay.
Hopefully, do something for your situation, Regulus. I should say this is gold that we've all acquired today, but we'll keep an eye on to the warehouse that we purchased once in Fry Temple. Hopefully, make it a hospitable place for the lot of you, so you can come visit anytime.
Oh, yeah, and if you're down there, there might be like a stuffed severed dragon head just sitting in like a wooden crate outside the like warehouse we bought. If you could just like put that just inside the door, that'd be great. Let me go get that money for you. And he comes back out with a bag of platinum. I think this is worth more than gold, so I think that should be good.
Both of them chuckle and say, we'll consider this the wedding gift from the Twilight Chevaliers.
Yeah, well, you know, my invitation better not be like lost in the mail or anything.
Nathaniel says, I'll cast sending to you, Jethro. Shatrix just throws a quick jab with her elbow and says, they'll get proper invitations. All right, Nathaniel. Thanks for a moment.
Well,
We're gonna miss you for a while at least. At least we know where to find you.
yeah.
Sweet parting always hurts so much. Thank you.
We'll be around.
Yep. hope you guys have a nice life. You know, I mean, from everything I've seen, it's very likely. But I am in pain, and I am gonna go get drunk. So I'll see y'all later. Walks away.
As
Drunk
Jeffrey
is
takes a
good.
few steps
a
further away,
different- it's a-
Cedric will just comment towards Nathaniel. I think it was a good call that we decided to do this exchange right now.
Drunk is good. It's a different kind of pain. I think I'm going to do it anyway.
I will not be joining them on the alcohol appreciation, but I do have to say to you two, it's been more than a pleasure. It's been an honor meeting you and journeying with you. And as I have said before, whenever you wish to visit a quiet place, you're always welcome in Rockdale and the Sanctuary.
They'll bid you, they'll thank you, Vala, for the invitation, as both of them do so embrace and give a hug to anyone that's left behind. Not to Jethros, fuck that guy, he left.
Yeah, well, hugs weren't being offered when he left, so.
And Judas also left. It's like, oh, well, don't get hugs. It hurts even more.
Well, you didn't get a hug either then.
How do I endure more pain? Oh.
I'll get a hug I won't
for sure.
remember later.
Oh, for sure, Regulus gives a hug.
Yeah. Imagine as they kind of just stand there for a moment. Tears of joy of that goodbye, this bittersweet
Jeffress!
moment.
Jeffress, hold up.
Huh?
Well, I was just wondering, before we get drunk, maybe it's something good to think about, but I'd probably bring it up to the rest of them, but probably not the right time yet. But we probably should go through a name change again, shouldn't we? Group?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
it just doesn't. It kind of. I mean, just doesn't kind of feel right to say we're we're not Chevaliers anymore since Nathaniel Satrix left with, and we don't have the artifacts anymore, really.
I mean, I've only seen 2 of these quote-unquote artifacts you're talking about, but yeah, sure. I mean, we can workshop it, I guess.
Just food for thought.
Yeah, we'll establish a name, and then the others will deal with it. It's fine.
Well, let's go and get shit faced.
Goel will come out from the darkness
Oh shit!
and say,
Hey!
Should we be called the drunken saviors?
The beer appreciators.
Honestly, go. That sounds pretty badass.
Oh, we've done the saving. Let's do the drinking.
Oi.
Hear that,
To drink.
brother?
we go to the next, the closest place to drink.
It's a 2-hour walk.
It is a little bit of a distance through the old garrison in here. Is not an hour, not 2 hours, but about an hour or something along those lines, like 30 to 40 minutes towards Alhol. As by returning toward there, and mainly you can see that there is already quite the population inside the tavern. Place is crowded as soldiers stand there, bards playing music, as everyone seems to be joyous of this glory battle that ensued and the triumphant victory that people of the material plane have accomplished against the hordes of the abyss. People in here that are normal soldiers and barely have a little bit of training, they are thrilled to be able to describe to their kids, to their offsprings, and to their families how they managed to fight creatures beyond the horrors. Scarring experiences are those, for sure, but also for the many. It is an opportunity of them to bask in their own glory, for they have been immortals for today.
Woo!
Regulus goes. Crowded, 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 safe. Heads up.
Pretty sure that right behind you, Regulus, there's kind of just a big amount of people that are still onto the stairs. You have to tiptoe around them. The place is all quite crowded. You can see the people and the common folk, some people, even that you fought in there, performing not really the tasks of a waiter, but kind of just the bar and the innkeeper in here has turned obviously to self-service mode. Beer everywhere on the front. There's also wine, ale and mead.
Yes, very different. Very different. Regulus just like, weaves through people. Excuse me, sorry, pardon me, excuse me. And then just elbow, shoulder, Coel.
Good.
Well,
See people spilling drinks because he's shoved. Then they look at him angrily and look up, and they're like, "Okay, never mind."
I'm pretty sure today, if they get shoved, they're not gonna look towards you angrily, Goel. Today, they might even be thankful for it.
The savior shoved me. My elbow is.
Knowing that he has at least 2 drinking buddies, Jethris will walk up to the bar and order 2 casks of ale and then 1 pitcher of ale.
In this frenzy of sorts, the bar tender and the janitor of this place, that has also turned to a secondary bartender, both try to aid, not even asking for money at this point, kind of just giving whatever people are asking for, not making a coin out of this for sure.
Goel will take a whole keg and start drinking it as soon as he pulls up.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, it's all right. He's just gonna keep drinking the keg until he can't drink anymore.
Which is probably unconsciousness or death.
Jethris is about to slide Goel the pitcher, but realizes that, he's found his source. Jerius, are you gonna join us? Starts drinking from the pitcher. It's literally free.
And before Snow Song joins in.
Ah,
Nice, good hops in that one. That was really nice,
I'll take this one. Where are we to sit? Lizard man.
Yeah, what's up?
Where are we going to sit?
Man, I don't know. Fucking use your hero powers to negotiate a seat. Or we could just go upstairs and fuck with Regulus.
Ah, yes. Good plan.
Oh. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through, excuse me, pardon me.
Carries his pitcher in 2 casks.
So
Yep,
song
excuse
walking
me.
through the crowds gets distracted, just gets lost somewhere.
Excuse me. Ow, shit. Watch where you're going, man. Fuck, God.
Oh, they're taking the drinking upstairs.
Yeah, they're following me. That's why Regulus moved. It's just like, I'm running out of room.
Reg, what's up, man? I got you one.
No, I'm okay, thank you.
Okay. More from me.
Ah, what a great day. We fought, almost died, and now we drink. This is the life.
Yeah. I think my favorite part about it was the not dying part. Probably. Not a lot of other good things. I mean, I got burned a lot. It was not nice.
It was the most glorious battle. I was very close to death.
Oh, yeah. Holy shit. I've never seen you so close to death. So if that's a good thing, great for you.
I have never seen so much blood. I did not know I had this much in me.
Yeah, it's like usually like 10 quarts or something. I don't know. Or 2 pints. But like it just kept spilling. It was crazy.
You know what? Seeing them being in such high spirits, I know Vala said she wouldn't be partaking in the drinking, but the atmosphere is just too contagious. So she'll be joining them upstairs. Well, I've been with. It's been how long since I last drank after your ideas, Jethros? Is that like 3 days?
We just got here like this morning, I think, right?
Oh, true. It's not even 24. It's not even a full day. You know.
So great time to get started again.
I mean, yeah. I actually can remember drinking since the Alarian in Lastmere was. She will imitate sort of an explosion motion with her hands, implying that it got destroyed.
Well, geez, why'd that happen?
Well, a giant water elemental literally sprouted from underneath it.
Huh. A lot of those walking around.
Yeah. That's why you keep drinking ale. The water is dangerous. It might come alive at any time at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what they said. They usually like people drink like wine and stuff because it's like, sterile or something, whatever it means. I mean,
Hey.
What if the water comes alive inside of you?
well, that's why I ain't drinking water.
You must
you know-
battle it.
Like what?
Huh. Now I can't help but think. Jethros, you're more educated in those matters than any of us, so could there perhaps be,
The most
I
educated.
don't know, an ale elemental? Or a wine elemental?
I'm so very educated, and I'm glad you asked. Obviously, that would be preposterous for some sort of elemental to be made out of alcohol. Alcohol is 120% safe.
Vala
Would be a
will
great
laugh.
idea.
Maybe I'll look into it, man. I mean, like, can you imagine if, like, ale elementals are, like, serving at a bar? We could, like, transform our warehouse into a bar. And we wouldn't even have to man it. The little elemental guy could do it.
Wouldn't it be interesting to see the patrons just trying, to move their mugs through the servitors because they're made of ale?
I would
I
worry
like
about
that.
that, because, like, what happens when you do that? Does it, like, make a little elemental and then, like, that moves around inside of you? Or does it
Huh.
just become, like, non-magical ale? Like, how does that work with water elementals?
Huh.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Elemental spirit. Elemental spirits are not friendly.
I'm sure, like, with
I'm too
enough...
sober.
Yeah. Just drink a little more. I'm sure, like, with enough persuasion, and especially if a elemental's made out of ale, like, that thing's going to want to have a good time. So, I think with the right words and the right, technique, you could get, like, some elemental guys to just hang out for a bit. Jethris is going to think very hard about what would happen if you moved a mug through a water elemental and see if it would fill the mug.
You cannot create an elemental out of beer or something like that, for it is not entirely an element. However, in a body of such, you could create something. It would still be a water elemental, but not a different variation of that. You can manipulate the water in it.
So you can put food coloring on the elemental or something? Or like
To some extent, if
Kool-Aid
you want
or
to make it a beer elemental, you can call it a beer elemental. It's still going to be water elemental.
Non-alcoholic
But,
beer elemental.
But definitely, yeah.
A very
Kool-Aid
watered down
elemental.
beer elemental. I mean, it's possible. You could, like, just put a little bit of it in there and, like, it's still mostly water. I mean, I'm sure... maybe, like... If there was a way we could, like, conjure these elemental spirits, you could put it inside of, like, a keg. I don't know.
Oh. So while
I gotta research this more.
the whole thing of the beer is being created in the keg, you summon the elemental and it takes in the mixture, and so it becomes something like an elemental.
Yeah, it's mostly still water, but, like, it's got, like, the beer floating around inside of it, like, bloop, bloop,
Goel could give you an idea. He seems to have some sensitivity to elemental creatures.
How would you feel about that, Goel? Are you drunk enough to, like, be in a business negotiation right now?
I think if you drink them, they will be mad.
I'm not
Then you
saying
will
to
fight
drink them. I'm not saying to drink them, man. I'm just saying, for branding purposes, Have the
What
only
if-
bar that the beer serves itself.
What if you fight them? And as a reward for battle, you drink them. And you drink as you fight.
That sounds fucking awesome. Not
I
for
have
me,
to say-
but for someone like yourself, that sounds pretty fucking cool.
I mean, we have all seen how popular fighting pits can be in some cities. So, who knows? I know there's a lot of people in the Alarian Circle that would love that.
Yes,
for thought.
that is why we should be called the drunken savior.
Yeah, have you heard that? Like, that's a really good name Goel just came up with.
We save and we drink, and then we save
Well,
and
most
we
of us.
drink.
You know.
Who doesn't drink?
I have to admit that the priests back in Rochdale will have a lot more questions if they learn that the group I'm traveling with is called the Drunken Saviors and not the Twilight Chevaliers.
Yeah, but we don't have any Twilight people anymore. We only really had the one in the first place.
To be fair, well, the Queen of Arvandor is the goddess of stars and twilight for the Seldarin, so
Well, who's that?
Vala will raise an eyebrow and present her holy symbol hanging from her neck.
Oh! Yeah, we haven't really talked a lot about that. Okay, my bad. Super my bad.
To be fair, I thought you didn't ask because someone like you might have immediately recognized.
I mean, I know about religion. It's just, you know, it doesn't interest me so much, you know. My people have had like a lot of experience with gods, and I kind of want to get away from a lot of what they do. Well, for the most part.
In my experience, religion is followed by people
Mm-hmm.
who like to force others into doing things they don't want to do.
I mean, Vala's not doing that, right?
Hey, you guys
Vala?
want to go outside? This place is crowded.
Oh, sure. Do you want to? I got you a cask right here.
No, I don't really want to drink.
Okay, I can have it instead. I'll have it
Hey.
for you.
Hey, why don't you join us? I mean, we're staying away from the biggest bunch.
Well, that's why I was suggesting we just go outside.
Yeah, we can all walk outside too. Hopefully there's not like a huge parade happening or anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, good thing you said that now, because if you delayed an hour or more, at least one of us three wouldn't have been able to walk.
I need to relieve myself
Okay, man. Like
of drinking.
Outside
Like-
is good for that.
TMI, dude.
So yeah, I guess we're taking this outside.
Out to the streets of Kelful you go, where around the tavern there's a lot of people that have gathered in and outside onto the streets. A lot of people drinking, a lot of people enjoying. Not really in a drunken haze, not something extravagant, but a lot of people are celebrating these events that have transpired elsewhere or a little bit further as is. You can say that there have been made camps around there for the wounded and for the injured, tents filled with people that have been taking a hit, and further up into the distance you will see even people that are weeping. However, at the very center of the town, and with all of the marketplace itself in there providing, you can see in their priests of Lady Fahir, mainly priestesses, but also some priests around that are trying to provide help and care, especially into the temple. The priestesses are all there to provide aid for those that, even if it is something minor, such as a blanket or some food, some rations, holy water, or anything of such.
Jethro sips from his cask. Or one of the three. Well, it's a bit more spacious out here, but it's kind of a little depressing.
Can't help
I
it.
feel an odd sense of deja vu here. I know we've been here before, but I know it's weird.
Let us walk around the town.
Yeah, do you guys want to like go to the ghost house?
No, thank you.
We can like go to like there's like a haunted like halfling house somewhere here.
Oh, what?
Yeah, there's like they say that it's like cursed or like there's literally just that. It's like in the little halfling district. There's a haunted house apparently.
But that is terrible. That poor spirit must need to be released.
Yeah, we could like go there and check it out. You know, since some of us aren't gonna be drinking.
I'm ready for another fight.
Let's maybe not do that, probably.
Oh, don't worry.
Why?
Don't worry about that, Regulus. I've exorcised several ghosts. It should just move on without much of a fight.
Right.
Is this a house?
Could you remind me where the house was, Kaz?
In the halfling quarters, just across the building, the humane building, because most of the halflings live in a separate quarter around the town over there, smaller houses, and in there, the one that stands to the very edge of it, and the house up into the distance, which more sort of resembles a tower, just in some sort of noble building, is also pitch black, as if it is completely made out of coal. That is surely the side of a
They were burned
haunted
long
house.
ago.
It's a certain site that can easily be deemed as a cursed, haunted, any of sorts. Sorts of house.
Jethris will do a Roadrunner tire screech stop to turn, go well around. Actually, this way, I completely forgot. My bad. So yeah, apparently this like weird house has like been flooded with negative energy or something. And
Sounds like a very good battle. Wait. Hold on.
wait.
I forgot Snow Song. We have to go back.
Okay. Turns around.
How do you forget an elemental wolf?
Just
I
give
don't
him
know.
time. I think he forgot he needed to use the bathroom too.
Oh, I've already done that.
Okay. Peeks head indoor. Hey Judas, you coming? We're going to a haunted house.
If we have to.
You literally don't. We're just going for fun.
Let's go. Scaring is good for the soul.
We walk towards the house. In the Halfling Quarter.
We're letting Jethros lead us there.
I know from the history check I made a long time ago, you said that there were weird sightings around. Does Jethris know any of the details of the weird sightings? I know this is like months back I'm asking you about.
I think these were mostly the rumors and what appear to be signs around the area. I wouldn't assume Jethro would be aware of this.
Mm-hmm.
He's aware of the signs, not the exact nature of them, that is.
Okay.
And you can see both of those houses have turned pitch black, not as if they were set ablaze, but the wood and the stone, the texture of them has darkened in such an unnatural way that it is hard to put a finger on exactly what that has been.
Looks up at Regulus. See you later, man. We're gonna go check this out.
I'm just going a different way. Don't worry. I'll see you guys there.
All right, GF.
So Vala will stand for a second and ask, "What's wrong with him?"
At first, I thought he like wasn't drinking because like he's a buzzkill, but I think he's also just like a vow not to drink. But like now it's just like he just doesn't want to hang out with us anymore. It's weird.
Well, Regulus is many things, but illogical is not one of them. Anyway,
Do you want to go check on him? We can go check on him.
I think he should have some time on his own for now, but at some point I'd like to check on with him.
Well, over here is where some lady said that she saw a white hand on her shoulder. Jethro says, talking out of his ass. And here it is, the two different houses.
Wait, there's two of them?
Yeah, it's like a double haunted house. Isn't that cool? That tiny one right there, that's a halfling house. And this weird tower looking thing.
You can see indeed one of the halfling houses is nearly split in the middle. Half of it dark, the other half of it still in potent condition. And what seems to be abandoned. The same can be said for the other creature, though in its entirety it is wilted. The roof of the building has nearly turned to dust, openings here and there as you can hear the skittering sounds of insects from within it. What seems to once have been a noble building and nearly an estate, family that you can easily tell that it has been quite wealthy, now seems to be just a remnant of that time. You can, just by standing next to it, you can already feel your mood and the happy-go-lucky temper a moment ago slowly drain from a quick, this is gonna be fun approach to a morbid feeling of dread. As you can just turn around and you can see all of those wounded people moving into the distance, seeking care and aid. This abnormal effect seeps to the lot of you. Doesn't feel much of a fun sight any longer, much of a one of dread. The cobwebs into the windows around the house seem to have have been weaved all through the interior of it. And the shadows in there, casted by the sun, the shadow itself of the house just looming ever bigger towards you. You gulp as you try to absorb all of that in, but it just seems to feed with the worst and most negative emotion of the lot of you.
Wow, this is kind of scary, guys. It's not even like fun scary.
No.
What do you mean?
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go. Sorry. I think there's a delay to whatever I talk.
Nah, I heard you said
Because
it.
I
What do
always
you mean?
talk when...
And Jethros will say back, what do you mean, what do I mean? I mean, like, I was just happy and, like, you know, about to show you guys all the cool haunted shit, and all of a sudden I feel so grim.
There's only one thing to do.
Yeah?
Drink.
Yes. And break the door down. Go in. Resolve this once and for all.
Well, wait. It's,
Jethros will drink half of his cask. Alright.
if it's a restless spirit, perhaps we can just, put it to rest. No need for wanton destruction. Not.
Wow, we get in.
Okay, yes, maybe there is some need for wanton destruction so we can get in.
Okay.
Get it, Goel, get it.
Goel's gonna start stomping the door or kicking it open. Just kicking.
And the music shifts. All two at the same time. Goyle, you kick the door down. It just falls to the ground. Not very stable, as if it was just placed before it was buzzed in again. Trash everywhere around, from broken bottles, from broken glass bottles, but also drapes of cloth. As you cautiously stepped into the noble abandoned house, this chilling stillness envelops the air. The once opulent interior now bears the unmistakable signs of decay and neglect. Walls once adorned with rich tapestries and vibrant paintings are now faded, dirty remnants hanging askew. The once marble floors covered in a thin layer of dust, disturbed only by the faintest of footprints, giving a false sense of recent activity. A hallway stretches up ahead, seemingly endless in its darkness. Dim, flickering sunlight just barely pierces through the holes up above into the ceiling, scrunches the line within the walls, casting a feeble, wavering light that dances into the haunting shadow. The air feels heavy, stifling, as if it carries the weight of a tragic past. Roll me D100, Goel.
Alrighty.
From 20 feet
The 100.
away. From 20 feet away, Jethros will say, how's it looking, Goel?
Great. Feel my blood pumping.
Jethros gets a little closer.
You hear a voice in the back of your head, Goel. You are not invited in this house. A female voice. Let me down.
Just gonna keep kicking the door open.
The door is already
Yeah.
down. You just slammed it down. It didn't take more than just a single. Even just a gentle person would have done it.
Alright. So I guess I'm just one kick it. Then it just opens wide open. I'm just gonna walk in.
I am here looking for a fight.
Jethro stands in the doorway.
The
Only
voice
the
is
worthy
clear.
may defeat me.
The voice lingers in the back of your head, Goel. Then you have come all too late. You won't get that in here. But you can still lose.
Look back at Jethro.
What?
It is saying there is no fighting here.
What? What? I mean, what is it? What does it want? Who's saying
I do
that?
not know. Do you not hear it?
Did I hear it?
Who are you? Is it lying to me?
Vala is following following Goel pretty closely, getting a look around the place as she feels her skin crawl.
If Vala goes in, Jethro's will as well. Are we hearing the same
Just
voice
follow
Goel is, or is it
behind.
just... Sorry.
You hear none of that. As once again, Goel, you hear this voice. As the voice continues into the back of your head, Goel, whispering towards you. I am the last resident of this house. You are trespassing to grounds that you should not. Take
We
a
are
step
going-
further, and you will regret it.
We are going to extinguish you from existence.
Okay, Goel, hang
Come
on. Hey,
and fight us.
what was it saying, Goel? Come on. We can't hear it. Let us
Do you
in,
not
man.
hear it?
No.
I don't understand what it is saying.
I am saying that you've come too late for that, for I have already been extinguished. See how that worked out.
What's happening, Goel? What do your orcish ears
Goel's
hear?
scratching his head.
I am too drunk for this.
Jethro.
It is saying that it is already extinguished, and the battle has gone, and we've missed it. Maybe we can try the next house.
It's true, there is half a house that is haunted over there. Exactly half.
Vala's eyes will turn fully dark blue with small sparkles, star-like sparkles on them, as she uses her eyes of the grave, trying to maybe spot any part of anything of the creature that might be talking to Goel.
As you take a quick look around Vala, you try to understand if there is anything around that seems to have this lingering feel of the undead around it. You take a quick look. Make me a perception check.
I shall.
You faintly see the leathery string of Goel's longbow into his back glow with this fairer hue, indicating such a presence from within. Not truly an undead creature per D&D rules or per D&D standards, more of an effect as it seems to have clinged into that item.
Oh. So Vala will approach Goel as she's following him and say, Goel, I am going to ask you to react as calm as possible. But I think the creature that is speaking to you is currently possessing your bow.
What? This bow?
Yes.
This is a cheap bow.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
obviously, they're not saying much about their tastes, I guess.
The voice just clings to the back of your head, Goel. Then why don't you just drop it?
Can Goel snap the bow in half?
You can definitely try, Goel.
Breaks knee.
As make me an athletics check. Not an athletics, more of a strength check. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Correct. So on the GM layer, the first one was a 9. Second one, though, is a 20. As Goel hand shake. If you're drunk, Goel, you do have disadvantage, but I guess you used inspiration, so it doesn't matter either way. As you just find the courage and the power and just turn and snap the bow in half. Goel, roll me. Give me a second for the number for that. 18 d10s.
Well, you broke your bow.
18 d10s.
What the nothing?
Are we? Sorry. Did he break the dragon bow?
No. Just a normal, simple longbow.
Okay. Good to know.
We're all fucking dead.
You understand that
the
you're
high
taking
roll.
that amount of psychic damage, Goel.
Oh,
What
cool.
the?
This is no problem for me, so this is fine.
Man, that would have put you all out, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Nah.
yeah.
If it was party wide.
Goel, you broke your bow.
As you do so, Goel, in an instant, you just snap it together and drop to one of your knees as you start bleeding profoundly from the eyes as the voice kind of just slowly fading speaks towards you. See?
You're alright, Goel? You're bleeding from, like, everything.
Whoa, whoa.
A glorious battle of the mind. I've defeated this bow.
And well fought it was.
Holy
Sorry,
Seltzer.
Did Goel have 116 hit points to spare?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jethros will say, "Hear ye, spirit of the dam, we've defeated you and your bow."
You know, we haven't healed yet.
You've done a short rest.
Yeah, we did.
That's what you've done.
Short
But not a
rest,
long
yes.
rest so far.
that's a hell of a way to waste all your hit dice.
Well, so Vala will hurriedly approach Goel, who is currently kneeling in hurt. And you know what?
Jethros continues.
First,
You fought our brave warrior valiantly, but he has defeated you. And now you may rest.
As you say that, Jethros just from the distance. One of the
Okay.
paintings just falls to the ground in an instant.
Okay, dude, that's like really scary. What the fuck?
yep, that will cause Vala as well to, be like, ah! And sidestep a bit as she starts treating Goel's bleeding, which I imagine is pretty extensive.
That was glorious.
Jethros is gonna pluck a string on his banjo and cast protection from good and evil on Vala.
Well, Vala will be using one of her. Let's just use a small a lower level slot, a second level slot to cast your wounds on Goel. If only so that he doesn't, well, average.
Deleting the longbow from my.
Well, you did it, Goel, so you really defeated that ghost, so I guess we should probably go now, right? Since there's nothing else to do.
All right, this place is not haunted by something I expected it to be. So, is there any chance Vala could know something about this kind of spirit? Maybe,
Make me a religion check, Vala.
absolutely.
Can I see the steam pouring out of her ears?
Yeah, most likely you can. But you can actually see the worry with which she just scans the area around, trying to, find something to figure out what this is.
He'll pat you on the forearm and say, "Come on, Vols. This is your territory. You got this. What you cooking up in there?"
Wait, is that right? That's a bardic. I will be using it on that one. Come on.
2d8, take the higher.
Oh, right. Okay, so that was in the GM layer because I'm dumb, but it's a 6 and a 4. I'll take the 6, so the total is at 20.
As you take a quick look around there and think of it, you can tell, Vala, that areas that are haunted as potently as this one, for something like that simple, to nearly be getting someone down, it suggests something terrible that might have happened in this place and has left a lingering hue to it. Some terrible crime or something of terrible nature. Way before the bow that was broken, sure. But you can also see that this, from the examination that you gave it a thorough one, this might not only reside in this plane as is.
Oh, okay. Can you say the last part again?
That this effect might not linger entirely on this plane as well.
Oh,
It's a plane of dread or
okay.
something.
Right. So, Vala will be very worried, and even more as she starts comprehending, at least partly, what's happening around here, and she will start speaking to no one in particular. What has happened to you? Uh, we may sound like some rabble rousers, but we can help. Obviously, something tragic befell you, something you did not deserve. If you tell us, she will try to talk to the spirit of this place, hoping that it might communicate in some way.
Sadly, the area inside just seems to just darken. Even the light of the sun that was piercing through the holes up in the ceiling just fades completely. Your dark vision helps, but just only so much, making
Oh.
this area even darker and darker.
Oh, so Jethros is blind, okay. Casting light, can I look into the Fey mirror? And try and discern any information about the past that has to do with this object of this house?
As you use your light, Jethro, something weird occurs.
Nothing
Instead
weird.
of producing 20 feet of bright light and 20 feet of dim light, it just produces 20 feet of dim light. And that is all.
Hmm.
Faintly glimmering in there.
Well, Jethris looks into the dimly lit Fey mirror and will try and deduce anything about this house.
I do not have enough strength in me to deal with this. I do not know if I could deal with it if I were at full strength. But we might need to let the people know. This place, something otherworldly bleeds into it. Something that should not be allowed to seep for too long.
Oh well, they already know that this place is fucked up. They usually avoid it. It's
As you look
haunted
into the
after all.
mirror, Jethros, slowly figures start to appear. What appears to be once a noble house. You see a young woman wearing a white dress, black raven hair, pretty face, standing in there, yelling and shouting onto her other side. A stern, mature old man that bears a certain resemblance to him seems to be very much aggressive towards her. Not aggressive might be the wrong word in regards to that. Very much rough, strict towards her. Very much of a negative approach. Not as in violent, but definitely in a very much disapproving tone, yelling right back towards her. The figures fail once again, as she seems to be standing by the window at the very top of the tower, knitting, weaving with her tailor's supply. What appears to be a dress. Down below, a young lad with dirt covered into his face, a poor commoner, not of his status, of course, stands and looks at the window towards him. It is uncertain if he is aware that a man is watching. But as all of those become dust into the fray, you just see them together, embracing. She is not wearing any white, just a black dress. The man right next to her seems to be hugging her as he slowly disappears from his arms, and the vision fades.
Jethris has a chill run down his spine. Goel, does it sound like a lady?
Yes.
No.
Judas, you didn't hear shit.
This is the same.
I saw something in a mirror. It was like a lady, and this man was seeming hostile. Not in like a hurtful way. I don't know how to describe it. But like she had this white dress and she was like really pale. And this guy was like watching her from a window or whatever, and then like some dude disappeared while hugging her, and she was in a black dress.
What is your question?
I don't fucking know. I'm just giving y'all information that this old thing, ding ding ding, gave me.
Um, I think disturbing Reggie right now is not such a bad call. You know, he had his time alone, and
Yeah, just let me ask one more question. Excuse me, milady. Uh, were you the woman who was mistreated here? He speaks to the house.
But the more you linger into the silence, the more tense it gets. Your heartbeat elevates. You feel Jethro's nauseated, as if your heart's about to blast from the constant pulsation. But you get no answer from this. You feel unwell, you feel like throwing up, and nothing seems to occur.
Oh shit, I think the drink got to me. Yeah, let's go bother Regulus. Starts backing out of the house.
In the meanwhile, Regulus, what it is that you are doing?
Regulus decided to go on a nice, calm, not haunted walk through the forest or the park nearby. Totally because he didn't want to, just wanted to go on a nature walk and not go to a haunted house because he's not a coward. But he, once he gets, a distance away from the group talking about going to this haunted house and all that, he'll walk along, look around to see if, people are probably all celebrating in like local taverns in like the town center, probably. So not a lot of people probably in the park or up that way. Yeah.
If it helps, celebrations are around the center and towards there. The wounded, the tents, and all of that are around here, and this is where the temple is.
Regulus is going to take out the sending stone that is connected to that individual we met in Melanie's stead. And he will say through it, met a potential worshipper of the Dragon Queen named Mateha. Doesn't happen to be some world-ending threat from your time. Figured I'd ask.
I will come back with a response quite soon. As you stand towards there, using the stone, try and conduct another creature. Not a name I recognize. The female's voice speaks towards you. But at the least, that seems that you genuinely believe me. That is good. Watch your back, young one. He is coming for you.
Turns around, Judas sitting there. Ah! No.
Ew.
I assume Judas is back with the ghost hunter.
I'll back with the rest, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was funny, kind of. Like, hello.
Yeah, Regulus will just sort of nod half expecting her to like step out from behind a tree, like she's some boogeyman type deal, but figuring that she isn't and hasn't already, he will pocket the stone, considering it can only be used once a day, right? It's not like it's open communication.
That is correct.
He'll just sort of like look around and sort of back with, in nature, not like in the middle of a underground fight or tunnel or a place that he doesn't really. I mean, I think this is what, isn't Kalefall closer to Anareth than Lasmere, or am I wrong? Farther.
About the same distance, I would say, because they're both in the southern part of Midland.
Yeah. Well, in the center of this sort of like red leafed forest, he'll sort of just take it all in, remembering his roots. Take out the I guess the solar staff, if that was handed to him, or we'll concentrate on the necklace and take a moment to send a prayer towards the yellow god.
Speaking holy words, in order to relieve some of the tension of both the day and the current time, as he's trying to find peace in this serene, spiritual place that definitely reminds him of time back home. Before the groups rejoin their forces, we'll take a quick 10-minute break and we'll be back for the rest.
All right.
Take
This
care,
is
everyone.
scary, guys. I don't know.
Well, yeah. And it gets even scarier considering you're stepping close to another plane.
What? Another plane? Come on. Psh. This is obviously a domain of dread. I say, not knowing anything.
Because this makes it very, very much better, very much safer.
Steps
power
outside.
eight.
It's
Sorry, voice. I love how I used my inspiration to get myself to take 116 damage.
Uh-huh.
That was a great moment.
It was either that or have a haunted bow, dude.
what's worse is you rolled high to get that damage.
And the damage.
yes.
Like, look at all the 9s and 10s. Like,
It's okay, though. If, like, a demon comes out, I can just put, like, a fog cloud down with my banjo. We'll be fine. I'll make one of us invisible with my banjo.
Just got hit by like a 9th level inflict wounds crit.
what song do you play with the banjo? Is it the
Cotton Eye
country
Joe?
one? That, yeah. Yeah.
Probably. It's just the theme to King of the Hill.
Bobby.
God
That
damn it,
boy.
Bobby.
That boy ain't right.
That boy isn't right.
I have.
see if anyone is not here. I obviously heard Goel. I see Jethro's typed, and I heard also Regulus speaking. Judas, you there?
I'm here.
Here as
And
well.
Jethros? No, Jethro, sorry, Vala. That is correct. As
Yeah.
all of you are back, and the group is slowly moving toward, from where they gathered, right? I think the group is moving towards where Regulus went.
Yeah.
Do we find him dead?
You will see him into the forest. It's not hard to notice him into the park. Not
Pastel.
forest, really. This is a small park. So.
Pastel blue tiefling with bright pink hair are not hard to find. Oh, hey guys. How's the wow, Goel, you're bleeding from everywhere?
I know, right?
Did Goel trip and fall really hard, or did he like...
Looks a go well.
Did the curse come back?
I'm okay.
You don't look okay.
He broke his bow.
Defeated an
That's it?
evil spirit that was challenging me, and I came out on top.
Was it your conscience?
I am conscious.
Right. Okay. Good talk.
There was a phantom in that house. Regulus.
Yeah, I know. You guys said it was haunted. That's kind of not really why I didn't want to take part in it, because, you know, we just came out of a fight with a Balrog. Whatever the hell that's called. Baelor.
Yeah. To be honest, I did not expect that anything more than a simple ghost would be lurking around in the middle of a city, but what I did not expect is that something is leaking in that house.
Yeah,
And
Goel's... Sorry.
yes, I'm not talking about Goel's brains. I'm talking about something otherworldly. I think I've seen it only once before, and it was not like that. A plane, the veil between planes being torn in a place. But right here, in that house, there is something dark from beyond.
Oh, yeah, and like there was a lady that was dressed in white that like ended up in a black dress, and she was like scolded and stuff. I think that's the lady that's haunting it.
Right. Did any of you try to talk peacefully with her other than kicking down the door? And then whatever that is, pointing
Yeah,
to
I mean,
Goel's face again.
After Goel broke the bow, I was like, "You're defeated or whatever. You can rest," and it like threw a painting or something. But
Alright.
I tried calling out to the spirit, but it did not respond to me.
yeah, you know when I asked if it was the lady I saw in this mirror, she didn't really say nothing. I just got like sick. Probably because I haven't drunk enough yet.
We did have a short rest, right, Kaz? Although, wait, no.
After the fight, yes.
I think I mentioned something earlier that I don't have any hit dice. And if I look at how we don't have any hit dice. I don't have any hit dice. So, I don't have any heal. Right. I don't suppose she knows all of you now. Maybe she'll talk to me? I intend to be... Well, I guess the door's already open.
I don't know, Reg. Are you okay? Do you feel safe?
No?
You're not like scared, are you?
I mean, Now that you've kind of detailed what happened, and I'll know not to break anything that starts speaking to me. Looks at the Goel again. I mean, she didn't seem outwardly hostile other than to tell you guys to fuck off. The only time Goel got hurt was when he did something himself.
I mean,
Oh.
okay, like she did kind of say we were like trespassing or whatever, but like the door was basically already off its hinges, so Goel only had to like kick it once.
What house was that again?
Yeah, I went over there with the like the red roof and like the window that looks like a creepy ghost could sit in it.
Okay, so dumb idea. I don't intend to fight anything, and if there's any trouble, we'll just get the heck out of there. Regulus will take the staff of defense, sort of stow it further back in, and then we'll take out the eldritch staff. Into that one instead.
I can make one of us invisible to go in with you, you know, just to make you feel a little more safe.
I don't think that's a better idea. I think she might see that. I don't know. I think dishonesty is probably not the best policy with that one.
It's not really lying if you didn't say nothing about it.
You guys can just, be nearby the outside of the house, and I'm sure if there's trouble, you'll be able to intervene.
Yeah, sure. I think I left my cask out here. Did you guys see it?
Regulus begins to walk towards the house at the mention of alcohol again. Is the door closed again, or is it like?
I think well destroyed and could have just
Oh.
not destroyed. The door was never in a good shape. Could have just threw the door down to the ground. So the passage is open.
Regulus is gonna walk up to the door, look at it the way it is, and sort of like, not like peek his head in, but he'll just like knock on it politely.
No response. Nothing changes. Nothing different.
I've already defeated this enemy.
No, go out, please. Excuse me. May I come in?
As if a footstep was heard from above, though a singular one. Notice there was more to it. Could be a figment of your imagination.
I just want to talk, I guess. I'm not sure how well the last visitors were received. Probably poorly. Don't exactly want to trespass. That's why I'm asking. There's just silence in response.
Only silence lingers.
Could you make like two noises for yes, I could come in, and one noise again for me to just leave it be?
Once again, you plead or whisper or speak aloud, usher the host of the spirit of this realm to invite you or communicate with you, but not an attempt is made on their end.
Probably gonna regret this. I'm gonna take the earlier sound as either good or bad, and I'll take a step past the threshold of the door.
Mm-hmm.
And walk into the foyer. If there is one.
Goel standing, I'll assume, in a little bit into the distance and snoozing just by the door. Do roll me D100 regular.
Oh boy. D100.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's the same roll. Or similar.
As you move towards there, you don't notice any sound regulars, not anything around. Some blood spilled onto the entrance. Then still wet as it is. As it starts forming words. This is the blood of Goel, from
If I
earlier
would,
on,
I
and
figured.
it starts spelling out one after the other.
Out. Yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, right. Hmm. Man, Goel's use of sending is fantastic. No, Regulus will go. Okay, message probably clear. I'll try to be persistent once more. I really hope you don't take that as a antagonistic thing. Something happened here, right? I wasn't. I'm not privy to what exactly they saw, but other than melting my friend's head.
From the stairs, you hear a metallic clink. Tin, 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 tin. Start rolling towards you. A small little needle.
Just like a sewing needle, or
As you look a little bit closer, indeed, what looks like a sewing needle.
okay. Uh, that's a new one. Not really good at the old random item down the stairs charades. I do want to help, or at least hear why you can't move on from this place.
But you hear no response from this.
Can I look in the window from what the mirror showed me? The window that the boy was looking through?
Above, you mean, as it was. The mirror above you. Yep, you can definitely do so.
I'd like to look in from where the boy was standing. I'd like to look into the window.
I'm gonna pick up the needle.
You look up Jethros toward there, but you will see nothing up into the distance. As you turn back to look towards Regulus, you even saw for a moment the thing you saw a fleeting image of a woman.
Jethros will whisper shout into the house. Reg! Reg! You good?
I think so.
Alright.
Looks at the needle.
Whatever you do, don't go up the stairs without us, because I clearly remembered that's where she was like sewing something.
Oh. Well, that makes a little more sense.
Is tilted askew a little bit, Regulus, as you look at it. Grim and dark as it looks.
The painting?
Needle.
The
Oh,
needle.
needle.
Yeah.
Bent.
Regulus will look at it. Is this a hobby? You used to sew? Still do?
No response will be given to you, Regulus.
Oh, okay. Regulus is gonna cast prestidigitation on it to make it to clean it at least.
The dust is removed from it, however, this dark rust seems to cling to it, unremoved by the magical attempt.
If I prick my finger with it, I'll just get super tetanus. Regulus will take it and sort of like push it through his his cloak, or like the cuff of his like the arm of his cloak, robes.
Nothing changes or shifts, just pierces through a little bit.
Okay, you're communicating in blood. I understand. Oh well. Maybe tieflings can get tetanus. He'll jab his finger a bit. The needle.
How much does he cry when he does it?
Not a lot. Maybe a little. Nothing happens, I assume.
You feel this nearly a need to lie down
Oh shit.
and sleep. You are able to push through, but though your head starts weighing heavy.
Um. Hmm. Oh, I don't suppose this is be good. I really do hope this is a means of communication, not a way to curse me into falling asleep for the rest of my existence, which is probably going to be shorter.
Is this what you're saying out loud?
Yes.
What? Jethro says from outside the door.
Do I like if I look up towards the top of the stairs now that I've done that? Do I see anything? Do I hear anything?
Nothing. But you do feel a certain aura of dread from that place.
All right. Okay. Yep. Well, if this is gonna put me to sleep, maybe I'll just step outside and then do that. And he'll walk outside or attempt to walk outside.
More than capable. Nothing obscures your power.
Oh, hey, you're alive.
Yeah, although I do feel kind of tired after pricking myself with a needle that fell from top of the stairs after I talked to the ghost.
A needle.
You stabbed yourself with a needle.
I didn't stab myself. I just pricked my finger.
And your knife in a tablet.
Do you need like a shot or
Some
something?
fairy tale story about it. Okay.
A needle.
Correct.
You must get stronger. A needle should not make you this hurt.
Is that a tear on your eye?
I don't know what this reference is, Kaz. It concerns me.
Reg, come on.
Oh no.
Did you go
Regulus will,
upstairs?
No.
Well, why
Do
not?
not feel as though that would have been any better.
I really want to go upstairs.
How much is the urge to sleep?
Actually,
Not enough to pass out or something equivalent to that, but surely you can feel it. It is potent.
I'm gonna look towards the item, and I'm gonna try and see if I understand what it is, like if it's a magic item or not.
Make me an investigation check.
Maybe I should have given it to Jethris. Oh well. Actually, pretty good.
Seems
For
like
my
a
shitty.
normal sewing needle. Any weaver or tailor could potentially use such an item. Proficiency with weaver tools, I guess, is what it is mostly tied to.
so what? It just makes you sleepy?
Yeah, seemingly. Not like, gonna knock me out if I don't if I concentrate. It's kind of like, I don't know, if you drink tea after a long day walking, tired.
Yeah, tea. Um,
Look, some people drink things other than alcohol.
yeah, that's what we call fools. I really want to go upstairs, guys. I mean, I know it's really scary and stuff, but this is cool.
You can do that. I'm going to have a sit.
Can I have the needle?
I guess.
Dink.
Wouldn't recommend poking yourself with it though.
Vala would like to have a look at Regulus's prick wound. Does it seem normal? Any irregularities about it?
Tetanus. Super
And-
tetanus.
Make me a medicine check.
Magical tetanus.
Artifact tetanus.
From artifact rust.
Oh
What
my
is the-
gosh.
Oh, wow, okay.
Jesus Christ! Do you find my dental history in there too?
Cured cancer.
Your whole family tree.
Got a lot of
Pediatric
cavities.
should.
You take a quick look towards the area, and though it definitely looks on the outside, based on how this sewing needle is, that it could potentially contaminate him or infect him with some sort of disease or a plague or anything like that. Regular seems to be fine in those regards. This doesn't seem to have contaminated the area. Pure blood without any dirt came out of it. As you can see, the wound is properly clean, which speaks to a little bit of the unnatural nature of the needle. not magic, but a knife.
Right. Okay. So Vala will pull a piece of clean bandage from from her side bag and uh, tie his. It was on the finger, right?
I would
The
assume so.
brick.
Usually
Yeah.
the index.
Yeah. So she will start tying, bandaging that place tightly, and she will comment that, well, normally, pricking yourself with that old piece of metal should have indeed caused much more than a few drops of blood. I think we are onto something here, although I'm not entirely confident we want to find out what. And she will look at the rest of the house around them with uh, some visible distress.
Sorry, what?
Hmm?
What happened?
Oh, she just commented that, yeah, he should definitely have gotten some sort of infection from that. The fact that he hasn't probably means that, yeah, you're onto something. That thing is magical, it does something. But Vala says, I'm not so sure we want to find out what.
Joke's on you. I'm going to find out.
Jethris is gonna just lean into the doorway to peek inside, holding the needle at arm's length away from myself.
By now, it's no longer afternoon. It is the dark of the night. Obviously, no close to midnight, that is, but it is now dark outside, even darker on the inside. Pitch black darkness, regular. Not regular, sorry, Jethros.
I cast light on the needle.
Once again, light dimmer. Once you are inside the house or close to it, doesn't allow bright light to just expand.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jethris's heart is pumping out of his chest. He's never felt like this before, so he's gonna take an adventure. He'll walk towards the stairs. Hello?
Upstairs, you're moving towards, right, Jethros?
Right now I'm at the foot of the stairs, and Jethris is gonna call up. I think you dropped your needle. My friend picked it up for you. I brought it in.
You obviously hear no response. Though, to be fair, it is as if the rumbling skies is some fitting response. The ones that are outside will be stricken by a loud sound of an upcoming storm.
Mm.
Like a bit weird and convenient that it would strike at the moment that you ask a question, but still, nothing unnatural there, as all of you look up and see dark clouds up in the sky. Could be a coincidence, Jethros, though indeed it came right at the moment that you asked.
Yeah, Jethris will start. Okay, I'm gonna come up and try return it. Just don't kill me or anything.
It's no song will follow you.
Yeah, Jethris will. Oh, sorry, Snow Song. As it bumps into him as he starts walking up the stairs.
Cobwebs and creepy crawlers are everywhere around in the interior of the house, from cockroaches and spiders to little, smaller scorpions and other sort of vermin around there.
Jethris is hungry. He'll take a spider and start chewing on it. And he'll continue walking up the stairs.
Up there, towards as you headed towards the interior of further, and up there you can see multiple rooms span out. However, the one that seems the most of importance is obviously the one to the side of it, the one that has the window that you were looking through prior. In there, you will see a broken mirror. The frame is strong and quite an exquisite work of craftsmanship. But the glass of the mirror is shattered completely, beyond repair, that is. Around there, you can see small little items, what appear to be supplies and weavers' tools, all sorts of them. Different fabrics, different cloths, all filled with dust.
Hmm. Among the weaver's tools, I guess, looking at all the spots where all of them would be, like the scissors and stuff, is there an empty space for a needle?
You will see multiple needles towards there, not only this one that exists, others that are still askew as you look towards them, disturbing them as you do.
Alright. Or are they just like in a little pin cushion, basically?
Well, more so onto the uh, table on top, kind of just left in a hurry, rushed, abandoned there and neglected. It is not tidied. Like into one of those needles, quickly you just see a quick reflection of something behind you, something white. As you turn towards there is nothing.
Hello, ma'am, he says to the empty room. Just returning your needle. He'll put the needle down on the table. Your dress is very nice.
You will see as you speak, there's quite an amass, and Snowshock might even bark towards them, howl towards them. You've seen a mass of insects, from beetles to centipedes, roaches, spiderlings, and other sort of vermin. Mostly pests, however, insects that is, start moving towards you, Jeff. By the edge of the room, into the entrance of it, they start all to coalesce, gather, or they seem to be moving erratically. You are not afraid of insects, and though this is definitely beyond the normal and the natural, you approach a little bit, curious as you are, to see what they are doing.
Of course.
They seem to create, with their bodies just standing there, some sort of message. Make an investigation check, Jeff.
No problem.
You aren't entirely certain how it is, how with those creatures and all of their tails and different appendages, how they stand. But it spells either one of the two words, either live, with.
Well, um, is there a loom in the room, or are there just the weaver's tools?
So just can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Sorry, it might be a word that isn't Greek. Is there
No.
a loom
You're
in the
good.
room, like a loom for like yeah,
The big ones. Yeah, I know.
or just the weaver's tools?
There is, but it is broken, shattered, and nearly destroyed.
Oh, I'll start to mend it then.
as
It'll take a bit, but
Jethro's starting to recreate this. Vala, Regulus, Goel, and Judas. And I'm really not speaking from my own experience because it just started raining and having a storm right now. But there is also a storm that is brewing. Goel, Vala, Judas, Regulus, any of the lot of you that has proficiency in either nature or survival can make me a check.
Okay, Vala could make a survival check. So let's go. Decent.
It seems a little bit not out of place, but there weren't dark clouds a moment ago in the horizon. Though you've been spending most of the time down there and you were on a rush, but you don't remember seeing any signs of something like that occurring. Something strange about this storm. You might even hear the people around that seem to be a little bit surprised of the upcoming thunderstorm.
So
Don't flood this place.
don't.
Flood this place as well.
Right. So
But Jeffrey seems nowhere.
now there's a storm coming as well. Oof, that can't be good.
Back to the rest of the group as you stand, Jethro is taking his time in there. You will be greeted. You will see a woman at the uh, onto the house, a halfling woman, turn towards Judas, Vala, Goel, and Regulus. And as the woman turns towards you, she nods to, don't nod, more she tries to wave towards you in drunk irritation. Hey, are you going to stand out into the rain? You're going to get soaking wet. Do you need some food? Do you need something? As rain comes crashing down to the rest of the party that is outside.
What food do you have?
Well, made some made some stew for today. Don't get mad, but I can make more. You look like travelers, she says as she looks around. And there's a storm upcoming. Do you have a place to stay? The children are out of town. I could use the company if you don't mind the close quarters.
Sure. But my wolf is in that house.
Ooh, no, that's no good. Tell him to get out. You don't want to go messing around with that place. Old Rekab might get upset. As the story say?
It seemed a good adventure, so we are exploring it.
What for? It is already solved and done for. Stay away from the building, I would ask you. Only bad has come out of it. Ruined the poor lad's life. Fathers, too. And the daughters. She was no daughter. That was a devil woman.
We are the drunken savior, and this is what we do. We save people drunkenly.
But there's no one to be saving there. Who are you saving? Please do a favor. Save yourself. Get out of that place, I'll say.
Well, I did go into that place and I've come out just fine. Few bruises, but I think I came out on top.
Well, she
Oh.
looks towards you in this horrid condition that you are, Goel, as he continues. Alan, how many did you save?
I don't know. Can you give me some of your stew? And a room, please.
Well, she takes a quick look around, looks towards Regulus, Vala, and Judas. You cannot stay here. You can come eat, but I only have a double bed, and you don't look like you are with your betrothed here. Bad luck to give it to anybody else.
What? Oh, right. That halfling custom.
What?
Uh, their their hospitality has some special customs, and one of them is what he just described.
I'm lost. Are we invited in or not?
He
You
is
come on
invited.
in for food, but you cannot stay for the night.
Okay.
And she'll open the door.
Takes a bowl of food and heads out.
She looks a little bit confused to as Goel grabs the food and goes outside. I'm gonna need that cup after all. That bowl.
Bill just chugs the soup, all of it, even though it's hot, and then throws the bowl back at the lady.
Oh, you nearly hit me, she says as he ducks to avoid it. Well, that's on me for inviting those people there. Should have led them to their own devices and kind of just closes windows and closes the door. The storm continues to rumble, crackling, thunders, uh, roared across the night sky. As you can see, the crowd around the area has also dissipated.
Hmm.
Let us find shelter.
Celebrations seem to have ceased.
Let us find shelter. We need to leave. We cannot stay in this rain for too long or we will get sick.
Yeah. Besides, there's something that worries me about how this rain broke out. I think I know a couple good places to stay in Galeful. Follow me. I imagine Vala would have an idea of at least a couple inns in the city. She's been here a
The
few
taverns,
times.
however, by now will be all filled by soldiers and whatnot. It would be nearly impossible to do so. However, you do remember last time that you were in this town, Vala. Well, not last time as in with this group, but last time you were here
Mhm.
with other adventurers. A place or house that you cleared, or
Oh, that's
can use
true.
it for today.
That's true. Right. I had forgotten it's in this city.
Yep, all the way
So,
to the other edge. Up
mhm.
there.
so Vala will scowl a little bit, realizing that the taverns they are occupied. Uh, but she will say, "Hmm, there is a place here that we will be able to use. Definitely for tonight. I don't really like going back there, but it can be of some utility to us now. Come. She will prompt people to follow her towards the other side as she, starts covering herself with her cloak, making sure she keeps herself as dry as possible.
What about the rest? Following Vala into this house, or staying out there into the rain, or inside the house mending the massive loom?
Well, I've got to weave something apparently, so I'm gonna keep doing this.
More than fine, Jeff, as you'll stay towards there and start working towards it. The more you work, the less you are aware of how fast time is passing by, fleeting.
Hmm.
As if to the rest of the group, Regulus, Judas, and Vala, you and Goel, you're all headed towards it, or are you sticking with Jethro's? I know that Vala will be moving towards that house, try and make certain that you can stay. Just to keep an eye on what everybody else is doing. Goel, Judas, Regulus.
Well, Regulus was dozing off.
Yes, Jethro's is still up there. Vala, however, suggested you go find the place. All taverns are filled with people right now, though Vala has a residence in here that she can seek shelter. She's moving towards there. Are you following Vala, or are you staying out in the rain, or are you going to stay with Jethro? Dozing off as Regulus is.
I probably would follow Vala, but yeah, he's
Shouldn't
he's
we wait?
dozily gonna follow to a safer place anyway.
That seems to be the case. Goel, go ahead.
Shouldn't we wait for him to come back before leaving?
Say again.
I was asking if we should wait for Jethros to come back.
What is he still doing? Anyway.
I'm not sure.
Can you somehow get in touch with is Snowsong with us now or with Jethros?
I think
Is-
he's in there, and you can see that Goel, that Jethro's is recreating the place there.
Recruit.
He's whistling
mean?
while repairing a loom that's in there.
Well, from what I can see, he is fine, but it is odd that he's not out.
Snowsong will try and tug on Jethros' clothes and to, whimper a little bit to be like, we should leave. Let's go.
Jethros will kind of nudge Snow Song. Wait, what the fuck do you want, man? I'm trying to make this. She wants us to weave something, bro. And then realizing Snow Song probably doesn't understand what he's saying. shit, is Snow Song elemental? It's not a beast anymore, right?
It is a beast, a beast. It's considered as a beast from all intents and purposes.
Well, then Jethris will use the Stone Speaker crystal to cast Speak with Animals and say, "What, Snow Song? I've got, like, I'm working here." What? Can Snow Song speak back?
Well,
Under the speed with animals, yeah.
probably Snowsong sensing that Goel is starting to leave. He's gonna say something on the lines of, "I don't feel safe here. Let's go. It seems like everyone is leaving."
I thought we were laying this thing to rest. If that's what Vala wanted to do.
It's just tilts his head.
Just let me try this one thing. I'm almost done repairing it.
Snowsong is gonna go like the edge of that room and just sit and stare. Sit like rest his head on his paws. He's sitting and just staring at him, waiting for him to finish.
Well, you can sit over here if you want to be warm or something. I don't act all sad and stuff. Jethris continues mending.
Vala will repeat her question towards Goel. Well,
It seems safe. Let us go.
right. Um,
And just to keep track of, Judas, you as well moving to Vala's house. Judas, you there? Might have missed Judas in this.
He sounded tired
Yeah.
earlier. He might have dozed off.
Yeah, it's okay, it happens sometimes. That's
Mm.
fine. But I assume that Judas would follow Asser into the home of Vala to get some rest and prepare for the very next day.
yeah. Is there any way to let Jethris know where he can find us?
You can like walk into the house and shout up the stairs.
Or you can speak through the windows, though it
Oh,
is vaguely, and no, you're not entirely certain if he'll be able to hear you.
well, okay. You know what? She may as well just go in and walk towards the room, trying to find Jethris. Is he weaving or just repairing
For the
the?
time being, only repairing the loom. Once it is done, I'll assume he'll start weaving.
All right. So she will look at the lizard for a couple months. She will look at the lizard folk with his gnarly, scaly fingers uh, fixing that thing,
Whistling.
and yeah, which does paint a very nice image, a contrast to the rest of the house. And while she's holding, her hands crossed in front of her chest, obviously annoyed by the humidity, she will interrupt him. Jethros,
Yeah, what's up?
look, I get what you're trying to do here, but as the rest, we need to take shelter from the rain somewhere that is not, well. And she will move her eyes around as if pointing the whole surroundings. Look, there is a house at the other side of the city. It's a two floor. You'll know it by its blue roof, and it's about the edge of Calefall, so right before the windmills. So find us there, all right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I didn't want you
I'll,
all to just hang out there if you didn't want to be there. Sorry if I made you wait.
don't worry, but please take care. I don't know how dangerous what you're doing is.
Um. Hmm. Uh. He nods and will say yeah, I know. Look, I'll be safe. I got Snow Song here, you know. Tell Goel thanks for, you know, leaving him with me. But you know, the only thing that's really fucked us over since coming in here is being bastards the one in the house, like breaking a bow and shit. When I looked in the mirror, she was making a dress. And I have a feeling that I got a message to weave, and I think she wants me to finish the dress, and maybe it's around here, and I can try and do that. I know you wanted to, you know, lay the spirit here to rest, and I think we should do that.
I cannot agree with you more, but I'd like to be with more rest on my muscles and my eyes before I take on whatever is haunting this place. It might not even be benign. So we have to be ready for that. So that's why I'm telling you. Anyway, I really don't want to linger here. So
Yeah, take care, Vala. You know, don't get lost on your way back. Blue roof, house, up where, north?
yeah, near the edge of the city. I'll hang my holy symbol outside the door so you'll know it.
Thanks, Vala. I really appreciate everything you do, and
She will smile at his comment and mostly nod as in acknowledgement of what he's saying. Uh, as she is leaving, Vala will call upon Lantiri, her familiar, and have her fly around the house, keep an eye on Jethro's, so if something happens, she's to fly at where they'll be staying to let them know. If
And awaken you.
yeah, so yeah, Vala will go out and tell everyone he'll be he'll be safe. I think he's a big lizard boy. Come.
And Isvala will get you into that house. This house does not seem to be in good state, but doesn't seem destroyed either, more so abandoned for quite some time. A place that does not speak of her aesthetic in general, nothing that suggests that this is her house or anything like that, but there's no one inside. As Vala seems to be able to invite you all and stay there. And this is where we're going to put a pause for this week. As this very, very weird interaction or adventure that you put yourselves in is probably a good opportunity to introduce the other character, as it seems, as well. So we'll put a pause right at this point. I I wasn't entirely certain where this will go when we started going in there, but yeah, good riddance, I'll say, to Jeffers in regards. Not riddance, more so memory. remembering all that from many months prior.
Yeah. I mean, I really wanted to go here since then, so.
Found the prime opportunity at the very least. So yeah, take a quick, not a quick one week break. Take a quick break, and I'll see you guys all next week. If there is any question before we call it off for the day, now is the time for it.
I don't think so.
We're raining cats and dogs outside.
Yeah. Hope you don't have any laundry outside.
I caused a
No,
storm in
no.
the real world.
Actually did it at the same time. But yeah, enjoy and have a great week. And if you need something, you know where to find me. Cheers,
Right.
everyone.
Yep.
Good game, everyone.
Thanks
Have
for
a
the
good
game.
one.
Enjoy.
Indeed.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye. Ooh.
We lived.
Damn it, I'm still alive.
Just barely.
I wonder what's gonna happen.
Probably great things.
Now it's gonna be ghost babies.
Jeff was out here trying to have game. Cheat on his space wife. I have a ghost wife.
Jethris has that cosmological whiz. The whiz, yeah, the whiz, yeah.
Riz.
Yeah, whiz. Well, you know, if I could speak, I'd say Riz, but...
It'd be like that when it'd be like that. Especially when it'd be like that.
Dude, Reg, you got the staff, man.
I did.
Now you can...
Now I'm gonna go to sleep and never wake up.
For real.
For real, for real.
Can't imagine, honestly.
Sleeping? Yeah, it's
Jethris gonna just sleep all night in that house. Okay, well, I gotta go.
okay, bye.
Bye.